So with the flight attendants, it used to be flight attendant pilot, right? That's kind of like the go-to relationship that you would assume. But now it's flight attendant, first class, business class guy. So the guys that they're actually serving in the first class, the guys that are actually serving. We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell that nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Yeah. I think because one of the main ones for me is how she talks to men. Because one of the biggest signs of a big ego is women that talk to men like they can beat them in a fight, or they're not afraid of the consequence, like the physical consequences of talking to a man. That's a big one. If the only she talks about is her job,
yeah,
in a personal situation, there's a lot of telltale signs.
Do you have any more jobs for me? I liked those. Those are pretty funny.
I mean, fast food workers.
What?
How
do you have how do you have a big ego delivering fast food?
You'd be surprised. The women in the window, because they have total control of your bag. They got control what goes in, what comes out. And don't rush them either. Don't try to rush them because you ain't getting your shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You ain't getting it.
Wait, let's give him random jobs and see what he says. This is hilarious. Female personal trainers.
Oh yeah, I mean, a personal trainer, obviously, like she got her body, in shape and whatnot, and she's actually training clients. Like a lot of women are personal trainers for Instagram, but they actually don't have clients. They just are bending over on Instagram and getting a lot of followers and likes and stuff. But if she actually has clients, she's definitely gonna have a big ego, and then she's definitely going to be smashing some of them clients, because it's going to be guys who are going to sign up for her personal training, and obviously they're trying to hit on her, and she's gonna be able to have the benefit of the doubt and say, oh well, I was just doing my job, I was just training, I was just doing my job. That is a way that women can obfuscate the blame or the onus of their bad decisions through being a personal trainer.
Female sales reps.
So the sales reps, obviously, they're taught to sell. So she knows how to sell herself, and the easiest thing on herself to sell is sex. So, I mean, you kind of just put two and two together there.
Police officers.
Oh, good one.
Oh my God. I mean, female police officers, exhausting, because they actually think that they can do the job of the male officers. And, they have the locker room talk, they have the banter. And nowadays, their locker rooms are connected. So they're going in with the guys and changing with the guys in the same locker, because, a lot of these police precincts, they weren't made to have like a women's section. It's just one locker room for all the cops. So they're all going in there, and she thinks she's one of the boys, and ain't nothing worse than a woman who thinks she's one of the guys.
Female accountants.
So I actually know some female accountants, and the issue with the female accountants is a lot of times they're alcoholics. I know this female accountant, I swear, because they're sitting up there doing a boring ass job all day, and all they want is some relief. So they are abusing substances like a mug. And then they'll also make life-changing, detrimental decisions based off of that intoxicated, rager that they go on. Like, I know a female accountant who's got a twin sister, and she was working in Louisiana, and she was, CPA in Louisiana, for a year and a half, and then she just gets super drunk, and she lays down on a train track, loses one of her legs.
What?
I promise you.
Oh.
I swear.
Female engineers.
Yeah, so I mean, a female engineer, she's in a male-dominated space, so she's gonna fall under that category of one of the girls who thinks she's one of the guys. So, she's one of those girls who's gonna bust your balls. She's gonna make jokes. She's gonna, take cheap shots at you and all that kind of stuff. But then the moment you clap back, she's going to become the victim.
Females in marketing.
Marketing, a lot of times they're just like, it's all fluff. It's all fluff. Most of the time when a woman is in marketing, she's more of a face of it. She's not actually doing the marketing herself, because all marketing is spending money on ads. That's really all it is. When it comes to like the creation or the directing of some of these commercials, obviously, we've seen like a woke element come into commercials and stuff like that. So you do have that where there are select companies where they're allowing the women to, kind of write the scripts of the commercials. But typically they're used for a face, they're used for when the board members come in, and she's going to be the first face that they see. And then they walk right past her, go into the meeting room, come out with the ad, and then, they slap her on her ass on the way back. Like, that's kind of, it's more eye candy with women in marketing.
Okay.
In corporate America.
Women in tech.
So women in tech, you're definitely going to have like a more nerdy side, but obviously in many cases, you're going to have like a very small percentage who are going to outperform the men. But in many cases, they're just trying to keep up, and it's going to end up being a quota hire at the end of the day. So they're trying to have a minimum amount of women in the office. And I mean, you've seen it. We've seen the layoffs in Silicon Valley where the women who are working for Google are, oh, well, here's my day. I wake up, I have a latte, I go to lunch, I take a nap in the nap area, and then I work for 30 minutes, and then I go, take another break. So they're not really doing any legitimate real work. A lot of times the women in tech are involved in social media companies, and they're the censoring aspect of it. So they're the ones online who are, helping put together these bots and then helping to curate content to censor.
I have a horror story about a woman in tech. So I have a friend who dated a girl in California. He's from LA, and she was in tech. Well, she knew how to like code, and she was batshit crazy that she was actually stalking him. So she could make like accounts, like bots that would just refollow him.
Yep.
And like, I can't remember the ins. I actually want him to call in one day, but I just remember she knew how to code, and she used the stuff she learned in tech to stalk him to the point that he was actually granted a restraining order against a woman, which is really hard to get, especially in California. But that's how bad it was.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because a lot of these tech women, they say that they work in tech and they demand the respect of working in tech, but they work tech adjacent jobs.
Yeah.
So they work at Google, but they're like an accounts manager or they're HR or something. And they say, oh yeah, I work in tech. It's like, no, you're not a software engineer. You don't have a computer science degree, but you demand the respect of a person with this type of qualifications.
Right.
Women, have you ever met female dancers, not strippers, but like ballerinas, like women employed through dance, maybe theater?
Oh yeah. I definitely know a couple dancers, and not the ones who are getting single, dollars thrown at them. They usually end up single mothers real fast, because a lot of times they're doing dances for artists who, have a bigger name than them. So I know this one woman, she was a dancer, and she, is a backup dancer for major artists like Chris Brown and all that kind of stuff. And she's featured in the videos. and they end up getting pregnant by somebody on the set. In a lot of times, it's not the artist, because the artists, obviously they're a lot more careful, but it's usually somebody on the set, an agent, a production manager, a casting director, one of those guys. I mean, dancers is the same as Hollywood is casting couch.
What about like Dallas, like Cowboys cheerleaders? Are they in the same category? Like,
Oh yeah, they going. I mean, the cheerleaders, so the cheerleaders aren't supposed to. And I play college football, so like I really know the sports element of it. So the cheerleaders are not supposed to hook up with the athletes, but obviously they do, and that they continually get alpha widowed. And usually, what they do to get around this is she might be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, but her boyfriend plays for the Bears, right? So she's dating a football player, but not the one on the team. And then, she might get dicked down every now and again from the guys who are actually on the team that she cheers for. But her backup or main guy is a long distance relationship with another athlete somewhere else. And that's kind of how they hide their hand and have their cake and eat it too.
Top female employee.
Flight attendants.
Oh, good. Oh, come on.
Yeah. I mean, flight attendants are always on the go. I mean, they're traveling. They're a travel girl. So, a lot of times, and they're racking up these frequent flyer miles, and they're racking up points. So on their off time, they're still traveling, right? So, I mean, this is something that, a lot of people know, that they will be smashing the pilots or the guys who are sitting in first class.
I wonder I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay, go.
I wonder if the flight attendant relationship to the pilots is like the nurses to the doctors, where the flight attendants are all trying to get themselves a pilot, so they're sleeping because nurses, I mean, they try to sleep with enough doctors to bag themselves one.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the flight attendant pilot relationship is the same. Have you heard anything about that?
So with the flight attendants, it used to be flight attendant pilot, right? That's kind of like the go-to relationship that you would assume. But now it's flight attendant, first class, business class guy. So the guys that they're actually serving in the first class, the guys that are actually serving in the business class are the guys who, one, are more likely to hop down just because, they don't work with these women. They're gonna see them one time and one time only. So it gets rid of all that rejection anxiety, and he knows that she has to still be polite to him even if she rejects his sexual advances. So those are the guys who are gonna have the most luck with the flight attendants, and that's what I see. Is the flight attendants are dealing with the business class and the first class guys now more than they are with the pilots.
That's true, because a lot of guys aren't risking hooking up with women at work anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the work wife is, but in places adjacent, they'll do it. What about female doctors?
Yeah, so usually a female doctor, they're probably gonna end up getting with another doctor just because they're at work at the same time all day. They understand, the profession, and she can't date down. She can't date a male nurse, right? So she's gonna go with a doctor in another department, maybe, but he has to have a doctorate.
Okay, real quick. Top 3 professions. I'm gonna make a hierarchy of cheating, which is like in a triangle where like the most cooked to the least cooked. So for women, top 3 professions where you're the most cooked.
Most cooked as far as cheating goes?
Yeah, cheating.
Well, obviously we got nurses. They'll probably be number 1 up there. Damn. Definitely nurses number 1.
So where are the nurses going if the doctors stop hooking up with them? What adjacent place are they going?
I mean, they might
get hours, like
they might get with some of the patients. You know what I'm saying? I done seen dudes come in with a little scratch. You know what I'm saying? You come in there with a little scratch, you get nurse back to health, and then next thing you know, you're asking the nurse out, and she's giving your number. So, they're getting with these patients, man.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.